Hi everyone, and today I'm here to do a book haul for you lot. This is a September 2012 book haul, and I don't actually have any physical books. So I know you're probably thinking, how the hell can I do a book haul? But I'm doing a Kindle book haul. I'm doing an ebook book haul because I've realised that I haven't shown you any of the books I've gotten on my Kindle since getting it really early on this year. So I thought I would sort of flick through them and stuff, and I think that would be kind of fun for you lot just to see the books I've got. Ebooks are not necessarily as interesting as physical books, but hopefully it's still an interesting book haul for you lot, and you know, hopefully you'll enjoy watching it. So this is obviously the Kindle. I'm sure you all know what a Kindle looks like. If you don't, oh dear. But yeah, this is the Kindle, and I love it so far. It's a Kindle keyboard 3G plus Wi-Fi, and I did sort of like, not really an unboxing video, but kind of like a Kindle sort of first reactions video when I first got it. So, you know, I might link that below if you want to see. So all the books I got were free. Some of them were samplers, some of them were free classics. I haven't actually bought anything properly on my Kindle yet. To be honest, if I'm going to buy something, I'd rather pay a few pound extra to get it in physical form. So, you know, this is good for the free books and the samplers, but I wouldn't really want to buy any books on it. So I'm going to start with the two books that I've already read. The first one of those is Black Beauty, and this is by Anna Sewell. This was the first book I ever read on my Kindle, and I did review it as well, and I really enjoyed this. I have read it before in physical form a few years ago, and I just really love it because, you know, you get the really great perspective really of this horse's character, and this horse goes through so many different things, really deals with a lot of animal cruelty themes really, and because it's from the horse's perspective, you really get a good connection with it and really see what the horse is thinking and feeling at all times. And it's just so interesting, the little anecdotes as it goes from owner to owner, and it's just a great book. I really enjoyed it. On my Kindle I also read The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. This is a really well-known classic actually, which a lot of people have read and really loved. I really liked it actually. Not as much as Black Beauty, but I think, you know, I'm going to reread it again when I'm a bit older, because I think whilst I enjoyed a lot of aspects of it, I would have understood more, would have been able to picture more if I'd have been a little older. So I think definitely reread it again, but there's something for everyone. I still remember some very intense scenes, and it was really good. So now I'm moving on to the books that I have to read, and there's actually about 6 of these to be honest, and I'm really excited to read them all, so let's get right to them. So the first one of those is The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. No idea how to say his name. Have I said it right? Have I said it wrong? Probably the latter, but I've pronounced it and I've attempted it, and I have read most of that before. I don't think I've read it all. I can't remember loads about it, but I do have it in hardcover actually, and I remember really enjoying it when I read it. I think it'll be quite an easy one to read. I think it's a classic, but a very easy one really, so I think it'll be a nice one to really dive into. My goal is now going to be to try and read one classic a month, so obviously my Kindle's going to be great for that, and that's definitely going to be one of the first ones that I'm reading. The next one is City of the Falling Sky, and this is by Joseph Evans, and he basically sent me this actually to read and review. He didn't specifically request that I do a review, but he asked me basically, do I want to get this book? And I said yes, and then he gave me the Kindle file. I downloaded it, and it just sounds fantastic. I don't know loads about what it's about. So far I've heard a lot of positive things about that, so I'm really looking forward to giving that a go, because obviously it's not a classic, so it'd be a nice sort of different read on my Kindle actually, because the majority of books on my Kindle are actually classics. Then I have Heidi by Johanna Spyri, and this again, another classic, and I've heard a lot of things about this. I think it's about some sort of girl that's in a mountain area, and I can't even remember what happened. I think I used to watch a little film which was like a cartoon version when I was younger, but I don't remember anything about it apart from the mountains, I think it was. So I'm excited for that one. Not the one that I'm going to be reading first, but definitely one that I'm going to enjoy reading. The next book is The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas, and I'm not sure if that's how you say his name. Is it Alexandre? Dumas? I don't know how to say his name. And apparently this is a very quotable book. I've heard so many quotes about this online, and as you all know, I love quotes. I love picking out quotes from books and reading quotes and everything about them. So obviously if there's a lot of quotes implemented into this writing style, I'm going to absolutely adore that book. And then I have Wuthering Heights by Emily Brontë. Not sure if I've said Wuthering. Is it Wuthering or Woovering? I have no idea. However you say a name, obviously as you're realising I'm rubbish at pronunciation today. However you say that name, that is a classic I don't know anything about. Apparently it's very meaningful and interesting and exciting, so really looking forward to getting into that. Because I don't know loads about what it's about, maybe some of you could tell me below, or I can always go on Amazon and find out myself. But, you know, if you recommend that, please tell me below. The final one is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Brontë, and are they sisters? Emily and Charlotte, because they both got the same second name. Might just be a coincidence, but because they both write classic books, for me, it seems like they could be, but that could just be my wild imagination making something up. But I'm sure I've heard something about it before, I'm not too sure. But apparently, again, a really good book. Don't know loads about it, but I downloaded it because it got some great reviews actually on Amazon when I was browsing all these books. Obviously, very, very excited for that book. I'm sure it's going to be very exciting. There'll be a lot to find out in there. So now I'm going to read through the sample books I got, and before I start, I'd just like to say I have had way more samples than this. Half of them I've deleted. I don't generally keep the samplers, but some of them I have now bought more recently and actually reviewed one of these. The first one is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Then we have The Mortal Instruments Book 1, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Then I have The Magic of Finkleton by Casey Hilton, and hooray for Casey Hilton, she's a booktuber, she's on YouTube. I need to get that book as soon as possible. I'll probably do an Amazon haul in maybe October or November or something. I need that book because, you know, I need all her books because she's a booktuber. I want to let her know my personal opinions on the books. Psinapse by Andrew Ives. Seizure by Kathy Reichs, I don't know how to say her name. The Lake by Stephen F. Galloway, The Time Hunters by Carl Ashmore, Destiny Birds by Tammy Blackwell, and A Horse Called September by Anne Digby. So that is actually all for today. I hope you all enjoyed this book haul. Obviously slightly different to normal, but I thought I would just have a change, sort of mix it up a little bit with an ebook haul, because, you know, I don't have any physical books, but I really wanted to do a book haul for some reason. I just felt like today I want to film a book haul, and really that's what I've done. I don't generally get as many ebooks as I do physical books, but maybe every few months I'll probably do an ebook haul to show you all the updates I've got on my Kindle and stuff, all the new books. But generally I don't get loads on my Kindle. I haven't really recently. I've got all them actually quite a while ago, but you know, I do find the Kindle very useful for sample books and free classics, so it's definitely a device I'd recommend. Some of them are actually a lot cheaper than this one. If you don't want the keyboard like I've got, you can buy one that's about, I think it's £80 or something, so definitely give it a go. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble on any further. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, share and subscribe. Tell me all your opinions about the books I've talked about today. As you know, I love the interaction. Thank you for watching and see you all again later.